fanatics, what it be is like, homie. Man, you know me, man. I'm out here just doing it, man, to get it done. That's that. You know what I mean? But today I had a couple inquiries on dealer's licensing and how to obtain one. So in today's video, we're gonna jump right into it and air out all of the dirty laundry when it comes down to what's needed to obtain a dealer's license. If you hadn't already, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, smash the notification bell. It sits right next to the subscribe button. That way you can stay up to date with my content and things like that. So without further ado, guys, let's get into it. First and foremost, to obtain a dealer's license, and this is going to be in the correct order, step by step, guys. First thing first, to obtain a dealer's license, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and you want to apply to obtain your national criminal report. You want to do a sled check, basically, in other words, on yourself. Make sure you do this report within about, I would say, 30 days of submitting your application. It's just a pet peeve of mine. I feel that if it's in the first 30 days of that report being pulled, then it is very much more likely that your process of getting approved would be a lot easier. All right. Now, once you actually have done your criminal background check, your sled check, to see that you do not have anything that would really red flag you from owning a dealership, such as title hopping, VIN number discrepancies, as if you were to take a VIN number off one car. Basically, if you're a thief. If you're a thief, you might as well stay a thief. And you got caught, I'm gonna say it like that. If you were a thief and got caught not following compliance laws of the DMV in reference to being a dealer, or in reference to anything in reference to a car or a car sale, then that automatically would stop you, I would think. Now, I have not had any bad luck with it because I am not a thief. I have no criminal record when it comes down to mistreating of car sales and things like that, title hopping, none of that crap. No. So you want to make sure that you got your sled check and it is in order, guys. Let's see here. 1 second. I'm driving while trying to do this because gotta go to the junkyard and get some more parts for one of these cars, man. Yeah. Anyways, so you want to go ahead and attend one of those pre-licensing course through the DMV, or they have this place called CityCounty. These people are they're the group of people who actually sits you down and runs through an 8-hour course of what it takes to be a dealer with you. They will give you the ins and outs. They will actually walk you into just about everything that's going to be happening at a dealership. And why did I say do that, guys? Is because I've seen a lot of people who say they want to be dealers. They get certain things done first to find out that there are bigger fish to fry in this market, as in order to become a dealer, you must have a lot more than just a dealership. So once you have gotten the course, and I think that course costs maybe about, well, I can't tell you, but it cost me $400 here in South Carolina. The prices may be different elsewhere. Yeah, let me up this window. Yeah, the prices may be different elsewhere, but check with your local DMV, I guess, to see what it costs you for the class. You want to go ahead and get a spot where you're going to put a dealership at in mind, and you want to go ahead and have a courtesy pre-inspection done on the location. Why do I say this? Because I've seen people who would actually go and rent an old dealership. They'll rent an old dealership business location, assuming that that will guarantee to pass the inspection for the DMV. Well, newsflash, guys, things change, times change. You want to be on a certain side, you don't want to be on the guessing side. So what you do is you have the DMV give you a courtesy pre-inspection of your dealership, and what that helps you do is eliminate all unnecessary costs, as into buying the wrong or renting the wrong spot. So that is a big nugget. You guys need to just go ahead and eat it, absorb it, let it nourish the body, and move on. You want to make sure that you do a pre-licensing or pre-inspection on the business location, excuse me. All right, that's going to save you a lot of time and money when it comes to finding out where you're going to be doing business. All right, so after you've figured it out and you got your spot in the DMV license department, or the DMV pre-inspection department, however you want to call, whatever you want to call them, when they go into inspecting your business and says this would be great for a car lot, you can actually use this. You basically got the okay. Then the next thing on your agenda to do is file your articles of organization or articles of authorization. Basically, you want to create an LLC or a sole proprietor, or whatever company, whatever entity you're planning on being. Just go ahead and start the business paperwork for that entity. I would say stick it to a LLC. If you're if you're just one person flipping cars and wanting to actually commercialize it, then what you would do is I'm no legal advisor, but I would say that it benefits you a lot more to start a single member LLC. And yeah, that would be a great great start for you. All right, so now after you've gotten your articles of organization, you want to go ahead and you want to apply to obtain. Once you've got your articles of organization, you want to go ahead and apply for your retail license. Every dealership has to have a retail license, period. There is no such thing as doing it or having a dealership without having a retail license. You can go to your Department of Revenue to get this done. If you're in South Carolina, of course, it's going to be the South Carolina Department of Revenue, and the form number is going to be SCDOR-111. That is basically the form. You can Google it online, and it'll automatically pull up the application for a retail license. All right. So once you've got that step completed, guys, you want to obtain city and county compliance documents, such as business license for the city that you're in, business license for the county that you're in. You want to make sure that everything is good as far as zoning and things to that nature. Registering your business, yeah, all of that. And that is going to be done at your town hall, your city municipal, or what do you call it, city hall, or your county building, wherever you are. We all have these resources. So you want to do that just to make sure that you are in compliance in the city, in the county, all the way around, you know. once you've obtained your county or compliance documents and city compliance documents, then your next step, then you would want to go ahead and get your surety bond and power of attorney in order. Now, surety bonds, you can go online and look up surety bonds. Like I said in one of my videos before this, do not settle with the first surety bond. It's going to be outrageously high. Unless you're in a state where they practice pretty much honest practices, you know. But in South Carolina here, I was quoted $2,500 to have to really pay $250 for the year. So $2,500 for the year versus $250 for the year, I paid 10% of what they first quoted me. That's ridiculous. I never thought I would have gotten it down from $2,500 to $250, but it did. It happened. So I will say, do not fall for the first insurance, or excuse me, the first surety bond quote. They will get you. All right, but you want to get a surety bond and the power of attorney included in that, or to go with the surety bond. Now, surety bonds, the requirements per state, I don't know. I would imagine could be different. But to find out about your surety bond and what requirement it has, all you have to do is contact your local DMV, or you can call the DMV headquarters, the dealer's department, and you can speak to a representative in reference to how much of a surety bond you must have for your local state, or your state, excuse me. So surety bonds. All right. So one thing we didn't get to was the certificate of liability / garage insurance. You want to have that for sure. But we're doing it in this order so that you don't buy into insurance and have a bad criminal record. So now you find out that you, at the end of time, can't have a dealership. So yeah, you want to buy your insurance now, and your insurance for South Carolina is gonna be, it's gonna be applicable if you have dealer tags. The insurance is simply for your test drives. And yeah, of course, it's for property damage as well, but it's mainly for the test drives. You want to make sure that each vehicle is insured on these test drives. All right, so that's the reason behind the insurance. All right, so let's see. Another document that you want to have along with that is your surety bond. You want to make sure that you got the surety bond. In South Carolina, the surety bond is in the amount of $30,000. Again, check your state, or not your state. Check with your DMV, excuse me, to see what your limits are and what you're required to have. Okay. Now, once you've completed all of that, you need to turn in a packet of documents, and the packet of documents will include the application for a dealer or wholesaler's license. If you're in South Carolina, this is form DLA-1. You're going to also have to include a hand-drawn diagram indicating your business structure, as in your location, how things are going to be laid out. You know, where is your display area for your vehicles? It's going to have to show your office space in that drawing as well. And that is for the DMV inspector to know, or the dealer license inspector to know exactly how things should look when they arrive for your inspection. All right, because even though you got a pre-inspection, you still have to do an official inspection. And the pre-inspection is just so that you don't waste your time and don't forget a step. Because when you get to the inspection, guys, you want to get it done and you want to get approved right then. You don't want to have to double back to correcting one of your mistakes. You don't want to have to do none of that. All right, so you want to have that diagram drawn so that the inspector knows what he's looking at. All right, you're going to also have to include in that packet a copy of your South Carolina Department of Revenue retail license, or your retail license per your state, your city compliance documents per your state, and your article of organization for the business. An example, your LLC letter from the IRS saying that you are an entity, and it will have your entity's number, your business license number, things like that. Your IRS tax number is what they call it, a tax number. You also would like to get an affidavit of eligibility form completed. And in South Carolina, if you're in South Carolina, this is Form AD-808, A as an apple. Form AD as in dog, -808, A as an apple. And that form basically says that you are eligible, and this form has to be completed by anyone owning 10% or more of the business. All right, so even if your wife is a part of your business, and you say she owned 10% on record or 11% on record, that's enough for her to have to get an affidavit of eligibility signed. All right, you want to also include in that packet your criminal report, your sled check, okay? And those basically are the documents that are going to be needed for you to start a dealership. It sounds a little bit troubling, a little bit, complicated, but in actuality, if you do the steps just like I say, you will not have any hiccups. You won't have any problems whatsoever. And you will not lose not $1 because, there is the pre-licensing course that costs. Now, in my state, it cost me $400. It was given to me by the CIADA. And yeah, so that $400 may be a loss if you see, whereas you're not going to benefit from being a car dealer and decide to not open a dealership. But if you still look to open a dealership after your pre-licensing course, then is when you will actually not be losing any money. That $400 is a bit of a gamble. So, yeah, that is basically the requirements you need in order to start your dealership, guys. If you hadn't already, go ahead and like, subscribe, comment below. Let me know if this was beneficial for you, if this was any much informative to you. Also, smash the notification bell, because I will be bringing out way more videos in reference to the legality of owning a dealership. Stay tuned. I do have the video about owning a wholesaler's license or obtaining a wholesaler's license. That one is going to be up soon. Yeah, and then after that, what I'll do is I will break down the difference between the two in another video, as into letting you know which one would you more benefit from, dealer versus wholesaler license. But I'm at Don's Car Crushing, guys, the junkyard. As you can see, I don't have much parts to pull, so I'm gonna go ahead in here and grab what I need and get back down the road, guys, to making this money. Fanatics, it's been lovely. Don't forget to like, subscribe, guys. Comment below. Let me know. I feel like I'm talking to myself. Let me know what you think, man. Let me know what you think. Any questions you happen to have, please voice your questions in the comments below. Yeah, man. Peace.